fix this real quick. My, little comment section thing here. Sorry. I wanted to start this off clean and, smooth, but I guess it won't happen. Okay. Hello, guys. I'm back here with another Little Big Planet 3 video. And if you haven't read the title yet, which makes absolutely no sense, I want to have story time with you guys. And as soon as I get a normal, camera and all of that, I can start filming my own, storytime videos and all of that. But today, I'm here to talk about my boyfriend and how I met him and all of that good stuff. And yeah, so this is really loud for me. Let me turn this down. So, let me just get in here. When I met my... Fuck, this is so loud, why? It's like stopping my thought train of thought. Okay, so it was in 7th grade, and this is summer, so, and we're almost getting back to school, and I'm going into 8th grade. So, in, wait, what month was it? April. So, April, let's say 15th or 16th, somewhere around there. Yeah, April 16th was the day. So, April 6th, maybe I should start from the beginning. Okay. So, it's the first day of classes. And I am up in the bleachers, how everything should be. And so I know where to sit and all of that, sit on the bleachers in your grade level and all of that. And so, I sit there and I'm just like minding my own business, And we haven't gotten our class schedules yet. And so I'm just sitting there with some of the people that I know from class, and we're just kind of talking casually, being our weird selves alone in a little group. Cause I was really shy at the beginning of school. Like in 6th grade, I didn't have very many friends that I recently met. I was friends with the people in sixth grade. I was friends with the people in 5th grade, and in 7th grade, I was friends with people in 6th grade because most of my friends moved away, and that was hard on me because I've known them for so long, and it's hard not to be able to see your friends. So, I was sitting there with my small group of friends, you've got the nerd boys, the jock boys, the popular girls, the weird girls, the emo girls. That's kind of where I was. I'm in between, nerd and emo. I'm like the cute, nerdy, emo one, scene or something. And so, um, as I'm there, like, we all talk about random stuff. We'll talk about video games, life, boys, the regular things. And so, it was a normal morning, and then we all go and we get our schedules. And so, for me, orchestra was first period, science was second, math was third, yearbook was fourth. Yes, I'm a yearbook nerd, and I'm doing it in 8th grade too. Yay! And then fifth was my other math class. And then my sixth was Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray. And then my seventh was Miss Gross. And Miss Gross's reading class. Mr. Ray was my history. And then my eighth was homeroom. Or cult. Or whatever you want to call it. I call it homeroom. Or home base. Or HQ. Whatever you want to call it. With Mr. Godfrey. And so I go to my first class, orchestra, and we all meet our new teacher. So in 6th grade, we had this nice lady, English. Her name was Miss Nussbaum, and she was nice. She taught us basics. We never got into any advanced stuff because our class was crazy AF. Like, none of us would listen to her except for me and a couple of other goody two-shoes of here. So I'm just like, playing my instrument, listening to the teacher and all that. And so then, so then, like, so in 7th grade, our orchestra teacher was this man named Mr. Hall. And he's a sweet guy. He's young, and he can play different. He can play mostly all the instruments. He absolutely loved the bass players, and I mean, he chose the bass players over any of us. I'm a violinist, and I play the piano. I can play the guitar, and I have an electric violin. I'm good at playing instruments. Let's just say that. And so, like, I'm getting confused now. So, we meet him and he tells us all the stuff we need, and then like a month or a couple weeks later after we get in that class, he's like, okay, our schedule's going to be changed up a little bit. Like, your first period isn't going to be orchestra anymore. I'm like, okay. I mean, it should be a good reason. So, like, we're all just like, okay, seems fair. And so, sorry guys, I have the hiccups. And so, like, damn it, why can't I ever do that? Okay. And so, we were just, getting to know him a little bit, and all of that, and he's a pretty cool guy, and through the years, he got tough on us. He wanted the best of us, and so, like, later in the year, he's really hard on us and all of that. And you know me, I get really frustrated with people like that. Like, I mean, come on. And so, and then second period came along, and I've already had that teacher before, Miss Murphy. I sat in the back of the class as the emo, sad, lonely person I am. And I didn't really know anybody in that class. And, I wasn't the social butterfly in, the school. I kept to myself, socially awkward. And so, you know, we, uh, we, we got our little journals and put a little bit of the stuff we needed to, like, keep track of all our pages and stuff. And then we went to our third period. We got introduced to all of our teachers, and they're like telling stuff about them, and we tell them stuff about us. and all of that. Fourth period came along, and Miss Ishi, she's like, okay, here we are in yearbook. Some of you were 8th graders, some of you 7th graders. I was in the 7th graders group. And so she's like, we're going to do activities to see what kind of group you're going to be in. And so I got into a group with this girl named Bella and Sarah. And so I'm like, I don't know these people. I'm nervous. I personally don't really like to hang out with girls because, too much fucking drama. Like, I can't stand it. You'll understand later why I don't have very many girlfriends. Okay, so, we all got to know each other, and then I got sick for a couple days, and they made like a group poster. And so we had our own little sections. We wrote our names, our birthdays, and then we drew whatever we wanted. And, I never got to draw anything on that poster. And so, this thing is going to bug out. Okay. And so, all of that jazz. And then we go to our next math class. Our teacher's pretty cool. He's one of those teachers that seem to, he's like a jokester and all of that. Like, he tries to be funny, and he can go on, like, he can get off topic. Like, he started talking about the reproductive system, and let me remind you, this was a math class. And I'm just like, what? And so, 6th period came along, and I'm just like, ugh, this guy, Mr. Ray, he's a total jerk. Like, we sneezed, and he's like, be quiet. I'm just like, God, what did I do? Like, and then I was drawing, he takes my paper, he crumples it up, and he throws it away. And I'm like, dude, that's my stuff. You don't, you could just tell me to put it away. Like, dude. That's another thing. He would say dude all the time. He's like, dude, 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 dude. And I'm like, what? I'm a girl. And no, I'm fine with being called dude, but I mean, this is a teacher, and I'm just like, really? What would you, why am I getting an Indian accent? I don't know. Okay, so I'm like, what would you think if I started talking to you like that? Like, dude, dude, Mr. Ray, dude. Let me crumple up one of your papers. He would yell like there was no freaking tomorrow. And he had freaking sausage hands. Like, his fingers were so freaking chubby. And then, like, he was a really mean teacher. We all have that, mean teacher. So 7th period came along, and I loved that class. Like, I love reading. Like, you don't know, I have a passion for reading, and I read really fast. And so, she's like, those hip, cool teachers. She's like, yeah, I've got 2 daughters, and all of that. And so I'm just like, she's cool. She can be on my level, bro. No, I'm not gonna talk like that. Anyways, so, yeah. And so, we the usual, we got to know the teacher, she got to know about us, we set up our stuff and all of that. And then 8th period came along, and so I assigned seats. I hate them. But I mean, if you get sit next to a cute boy, which I didn't, I got sat next to some weird people. I don't even remember who I got sat next to first. I don't even know. I don't know, I got sat next to a bunch of jocks. And I hate those like meathead people. They're like, football, yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm into gamer dudes. You know, the nerdy ones who have like freaking graphic design or video game design or something like that. You know, the nerdy guys, 'cause they're cute. And so, hmm, uh, I'm blushing talking about this. And so, okay. So, like, the first 2 weeks, there was this nerdy boy that I liked. And so, what, did I ask him out or did he ask me out? I don't know. I'm not gonna say his name, so I'll just say, hmm, let's call him Timmy. Okay, so there's a boy named Timmy. You know, he's cute, he's tall, he's skinny with glasses. You know, he's got that, you know, south. He's from the south. You know, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and I don't know what he's called. I know why my friend was something. I know my friend was the same thing as him. I don't remember. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's like, I don't know. I don't know the word for it. Okay, so I think he asked me out, or like my friend like put us up to it or something. I don't know. But yeah, we dated. He broke up with me after we dated for like 2 weeks. I have no idea why. I don't even like. I hate when guys do that. They break up with you for no freaking reason, and you're just like, what the hell did I do? And then you're like, okay, you break up with me and you don't say anything to me. I'm not gonna ask you. I'm not gonna ask you. And you regret making that decision of not freaking asking him, and you're like, it'll bother you. It's just like, is there something wrong with me? Am I ugly? Am I fat? I don't know. So then came along this other boy, and let me tell you, apparently I have this thing for Hispanic dudes, short Hispanic dudes, or Hispanic dudes in general. Like, you know, Kaleo and me were like, I think he was a little bit taller than me. Why did I just say Kaleo? Never mind, sorry. Okay, his name is Kaleo. I'm gonna put it out there. No word to me, his name is Kaleo. And so there's this boy Josh. And so, you know, he's on the fluffy side. No, he's got glasses. He's really cute, and he's all derpy, and I'm just like, oh. And let me tell you, these guys are gamers. They're nerdy, and yeah, that's kind of the guys I stick with. And so I dated him for like until January or December, and my birthday is in December, December 8th, and so there was. I'm not going to put her name in this video because I don't want to mention her name. Let's just call her this bitch. So, this bitch, she's like always like flirting with him. I'm like, okay, okay, I'm gonna ignore it for now. And then she does it again. And I'm just like, okay, oh, oh. And then she does it again. And like, I'm like, who the hell does this girl think she is? And so, and I'm like, okay, can't take any more of this. We can't, you know, I can't do this. So we broke up. And then I dated this 8th grade guy. And let's call him Monkey Face. I don't want to put their names in this video, but apparently I keep doing that. Okay, I'm gonna put his name in here. Okay, so I dated this guy named Jonathan. You know, we're the same age because, you know, I'm supposed to be in 8th grade. I was supposed to be in 8th grade when I was in 7th grade. So, yeah, I was held back. Like, wait. So, you know how you go to school at a certain age we start, like when you first start ever going to school. You know, you do it at a certain age. My mom, since I was born in like the middle of the school year, she's like, my baby ain't going in the middle of freaking school. She's gonna stay and she's gonna learn. So I was a little bit older than everybody else, and I'm totally not doing anything. So I was a little bit older than everybody else, and you know, it's awkward for me because nobody really got me. I mean, I don't know. Like, it was just weird for me. And so, like, I spaced out. What was I talking about? And so, you know, he's sweet and all. And then he got a little bit overprotective. Not that I didn't like being protected, but I mean, like, I know he told me he was playing around, but like, he wouldn't let me hug anybody. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And like, I would hang out with his friends, like, you know, the bigger 8th grade guys. Freaking. Okay, so one time, I'm like, nobody can pick me up. And so, like, he tried picking me up. I'm like, okay, okay, he picked me up, okay. And then this guy, freaking tall, blonde, white, skinny guy, he picks me up, you know, bridal style, bridal style, and he freaking runs off with me. I'm like, put me the fuck down! I have a boyfriend. And freaking my and freaking Jonathan was like yelling at him. He finally put me down. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. And okay, so then I walked back, you know, and all of that. And so, in oh shit, when did the hell did we break up? It was like what? April? Wait, January? January. Good job. January, February, March, April. So in March, we broke up in March. Yeah, we broke up in March. And so, um, it was like he was doing bad choices, and so, you know, I'm like, if we're gonna choose to do bad stuff like this, I'm not gonna put up with it. So, you know, I took it upon myself to break up with him, and you know, we would have our arguments here and there. And so when I asked this boy, okay, here's where my boyfriend comes in. So in 8th period, there's this boy named Sean. And so, you know, being awkwardly social, no, socially awkward, I didn't talk to him because, you know, when you're the shy kid and you have a crush, you can't freaking talk to him without sounding like an idiot. Like, either you stutter a lot, your face gets red, or you can't talk English. You're gonna be like, you don't want to sound like an idiot in front of your crush. So, um, I had a crush on a lot of his best friends. Like, um, I'm just gonna put this out here, guys. And these were my crushes, okay? I am totally embarrassed to say this over a live stream, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I need to get this off my chest. So, I had a crush on this boy named Juan, this boy named Alejandro, and this boy named Rafael. Yes, I had a crush on them. Yes. And so I I I asked one of my guy friends to ask Raphael And it didn't go so well because my friend Michael, who asked him, he came up to me and he said no. And I'm like, okay, I've been rejected. And he's like, oh, you got rejected. And I'm like, he said it so loud and it embarrassed the fuck out of me. And I'm like, really, Michael? Really? You have to do this now? And so, like, I wanted to kill him. And so, I was embarrassed. And then, me and Raphael, we're kind of friends. We don't talk much. Neither of us really. I mean, I can get like really excited and bubbly, and I'll just be like, hello, hello, hello. Freaking chihuahua up in this freaking thing, whatever. And so, you know, I teased him a lot. Like, I'll pull his hoodie over his head and stuff. And like, you know, with once I started getting, friends with these guys, I learned something called tasing. It's where you poke the sides of somebody. And so I was like, okay, okay. If they want to play this game, I'm gonna play it. So, there's this girl that I met. Her name was Claire. And if you guys heard me mention her in my videos, fat pig underscore 313. Shout out. Okay. And shout out to one of my crushes named Alejandro. His name is Gamer Boy. You should check out their channels because they both have good channels. So yeah, those are my friends. You know. So, I met up with this girl named Claire in our Cult Connect. That little short period where you have like extra time to, catch up on stuff. And so my two Cult Connects were math and Latin. But in Latin class, we didn't do anything in Latin. We watched movies. Let's see, we watched The Book of Life, we watched the Selena movie, the Jennifer Lopez movie, we watched Nacho Libre, and we watched Hush, a random fucking horror movie. And I'm just like, why the hell? Why? Exactly. And so, we just watched movies, and then, we learned a little bit about, the Latin culture, bullfighters and all of that. And so, um, like, yeah, so in my math connect, we, there's these two guys named Jesus and Juan. And so one day my friend Claire wasn't there. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna risk being stupid and I'm gonna go make some friends. So I sit next to these guys named Juan and Jesus. And so I sit there. And then I'm like, hey. And then, like, I'm bad at talking to guys. Like, bad. And so they're just like, hey. So we were playing on our computers and stuff. And then slowly we got used to each other. The whole boys make fun of girls thing. So they would, like, tease me and stuff. And then I would listen to Spotify and SoundCloud. And you know what? I listened to Kingdom Hearts music, Legend of Zelda music, freaking Undertale music, and then freaking Juan over here is like, you know what? You remind me of my friend Sean. And I'm like, you mean the short Sean? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. And I start blushing because this is the kid I had a major freaking crush on. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And why is that? And he's like, he likes Kingdom Hearts and Legend of Zelda. I'm like, And I'm just like, finally, a person who actually knows what the hell Kingdom Hearts is. And I'm just like, finally, finally. I feel like I'm getting way too loud for this time of day, but I don't care. And so, you know, Juan is talking to me about, this kid that I had a major crush on. And so, I swear, I need to start, like, doing something in this game. And so, like, he's like telling me about his friend because I don't talk to people directly to get to know them. I use their friends. I use their friends. And so Juan was telling me about this kid that I liked. And so, you know, all of that stuff. And so I get really I I I was like, shit, stupid people. I lost my train of thought here. And so I was talking to my friend Juan, and so he's telling me about the guy that I like and stuff. And so I'm not good at talking to guys. Like, I'm terrible at it. So I just sit there quietly, listening about this guy that I liked. And so he's telling me how he likes Kingdom Hearts and Legend of Zelda. And I'm like, that's cool. I like Kingdom Hearts and Legend of Zelda. I've played most of the games, I haven't played it in a while though. So, I'm an awkward person, and it makes me feel stupid because, like, I wasn't able to talk to this person that I liked. What the hell? What was the point of this game? Oh. Okay. Anyways. Oh. Anyways. So, as I was learning more about, this guy, I'm like, okay, he seems pretty cool. He's got the looks, he's got the personality, he's got, the gamer attitude thing here. And I'm just like, okay, this guy seems, yeah. And so, I'm just like, being the shy person I am, I don't talk to this boy. And why the hell is this thing not working? Okay. And so, a little while after, there is this thing called the Sadie Hawkins dance. That's not something I want to play. And so, no. And so, I'm over here like, okay. There's this thing called the Sadie Hawkins dance. Girls ask guys. So I have 2 weeks to figure out a way to ask who knows who to the dance. Oh shit. And so I am just like, okay. I want to ask this boy named Sean to the dance. And so, like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the dance, I have my best friend's brother ask if he liked me. And so, my best friend's brother told me that he did like me. And I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? Because, you know, not a lot of guys liked me due to my appearance. Because, you know, kids my age, you know, they don't have the best of freaking looks. And so, I'm like, okay, someone who actually kind of likes me for me. So, you know, I'm emo, and, you know, there's not a lot of people who like emo, you know, culture and the way they act and dress. Now I'm just over here like, yes, I'm emo, deal with it. And so, you know, I get my friends who ask about if he likes me and if he's got like a girlfriend. And cause I'm way too shy to talk to this boy. Cause, you know, major crush. Like, such a big crush. I couldn't help it. You know, and so, like, and like we had to be put into groups at a time, and so all of that stuff, you know, awkward teenager stuff here. So, Sadie Hawkins' dance was a week away, and it was the weekend, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to find a way to ask this boy quick before somebody else takes the chance. And so, like, I'm looking on YouTube at all the cute little ask to the Sadie Hawkins dance stuff, and it's just like, I see these cute little cheesy pun things, and I'm like, this seems interesting. You know, they have the one with the candy posters. It's like, you make me snicker. And you know, all of that. You put the candy bar on the poster, you write sentences down. I don't even know, it's weird. And so, you know, I looked at all of that stuff to get some inspiration. And so, I didn't know what to do. So, one day, I was watching Pokemon in the morning, and I was trying to make like really bad jokes, and then I'm like, Pikachu are awesome, and I'm like, wait, will Pikachu go to the dance with me? And I'm like, yes, perfect, like, yes, this is a great way to ask somebody to a dance. So, I'm over here, like, writing it down, trying to, like, set out the way I want to, you know, put it. And so, I still have the note. Like, I still have that exact note. And it says, I hope this isn't too cheesy. And I put, you know, I doodled a little block of cheese there. And, like, little Pikachu. And I put a heart around the chew, not the Pika. Just to make that clear. And I put, will Pikachu go to the Sadie Hawkins dance with me? Yes or no? And so, one day, it was a Monday. No, it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday. It was a lovely, lovely Tuesday. Okay. So, it was Tuesday, and I was sitting at my table. I mean, not my right table, but, you know, I was sitting at a lunch table with my friends, and I told them, okay, I'm gonna ask my crush to the Sadie Hawkins dance, and they're like, oh my gosh, do it now, and I'm like, I'm too nervous, and they're like, do you want me to do it? I'll do it for you. And then they kept doing that, and I'm like, okay, you know what, these guys are getting on my nerves. And so I sit up, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it right now. And they all gasp, and they're like, damn, we've never seen her like this before. I walk over to Sean, who's like at that table over there, like on the, you know, so our table is like stretched out, you know, not vertical but horizontal, sideways. And so if you look to your right, there's another table, and it's vertical. And so he's sitting at a table facing away from me, and I'm sitting at the other table facing a wall. So, not a wall, but you know, I'm facing like the other end. You guys know what I mean. Okay, so I get up, he's sitting with a couple of his friends, and so I'm like, okay. And so I get the courage. I get the courage to put it right in front of him and walk away. Just like nothing happened. Nothing happened. So, like, I sat back down and my face was red, like freaking tomato red up in this bitch. And then, like, I couldn't help it, because I just asked a boy to the dance. My first time asking a boy to a dance. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm sitting there, and my friend's like, oh my gosh, you're blushing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's reading it. No, they didn't say that. Okay, so then my friend, Outgrid, let's call her Outgrid. She walks over, she's like, I saw you give him that note. And you know what? When I was walking by, I saw him look at it and smile. And he took out a pencil, and you know, and I'm like, oh my god. And then me and my girls were just like freaking out. We're just like, oh my gosh. You know, classic girl stuff over here. Just like, you know, can't help but smile because your cutesy little shy best friend just asked a boy out. I didn't ask him out. I asked him to go to the dance with me. I'm getting really out of breath here for some reason. Okay, I need to like take a breath. And so, 8th period came along, and so he gave me back the note, and like I was so terrified to read it. I didn't read it until the end of the day. So I wait till we get home, and so I sit down. I take the note out of the bag, and I read it. You know, I read my cheap little poem here, asking him. I look at the answer. He checked yes. I freaking was so happy. You guys don't even know. Like, I was smiling like an idiot. And so, the day of the dance came. You know. So, end of the day, you know, the dance starts at like 4 or 5. I think it was like 4:30. It started at 4. And so, you know me, I don't like to go home and get dressed and then come back because my parents weren't home at the time. And so I have my stuff in my locker. I take it all out. I've got my makeup, my perfume, my dress, my shoes, you know, my money, my phone, you know, all that stuff I need. And so I put on my dress and my shoes in the bathroom, and then the cleaning lady comes. She's like, you can't be in here. You need to go outside because I need to clean. I'm like, okay. I wasn't able to do my makeup in the bathroom. And luckily, I brought my handy dandy hand mirror. All hail the hand mirror. And so I go outside. Here comes my ex, Jonathan. And he walks up to me and he's like, hey, you look nice. And I'm like, thanks. And so I'm sitting like down on the floor against a wall. And so I put on like some lotion and perfume. And then I'm like doing my makeup with my hand mirror. And then he's like, are you going with anybody? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going with this boy named Sean. And so, you know, ex-boyfriends, they get jealous easily. And so, I mean, I don't think he was jealous. I mean, he seemed kind of awkward with me, you know, ex-boyfriend and girlfriend here, just like, you know, talking. And so, you know, and then my friends come and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And then I'm just like, oh, thanks, guys. And okay, so after like 2 days after I asked Sean out to the dance, you know, I hadn't bought any tickets because like I wait until last minute to buy tickets. And so I see him at, you know, the ticket booth outside the cafeteria. And so I walk by, my face gets red because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's buying a ticket. And he's like, ah. And so, you know, I didn't think he would get me one. And then one of his friends come over and he hands me money or something. And he's like, here. Or some. I know, he got me a ticket. Sean bought me a ticket. He either bought me the ticket or he gave me the money to buy a ticket. Either way, he bought me the ticket. Okay. And so, so you know, I go and I get my ticket, you know. And so, I'm blushing so bad. Okay. And so, you know, all of this, she's like, oh, who are you going with? And I'm like, you know, Sean. And she's like, oh yeah, he bought a ticket early. I'm like, I'm blushing so bad right now. And so the dance came up, and as I said, you know, ex-boyfriend came, and he's like, yo, and I'm like, hey. Then my friends come, and like, my ex is like standing next to me, and I'm sitting down, and they're like standing in front of me. And then I look at them, and I mouth, help me. I'm not kidding, cause you know, it's awkward being with your ex, and I'm just like, can somebody make this less awkward, please? Like, it's so weird being with your ex. Like, it's so freaking weird. And so, let me tell you something about my ex. He, you know, he assaulted he assaulted Sean. You know, I keep saying you know. Okay, so, you know, I get on the bus, the school bus, and Sean walks to his car. You know, the way it goes every day. And so, I'm sitting in the bus. Sean's walking to his car. I see my ex and Sean. They're both stopped. Same position, you know, eye contact or something. Like, I don't know what actually happened. All I know was he threw something at Sean, and I'm just like, oh, hell no! And you know, me being a girlfriend and being protective, I call this jerk. 'Cause he was a jerk at the time. I mean, we're all, you know, chill. We don't we 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 don't talk to each other very often. I mean, we'll say like a couple words to each other here and there. And so, you know, and so I call him. I start yelling so bad. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Why did you do this? Why the hell did you freaking throw a tree branch at Sean? And it's like, whoa, 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 calm the fuck down. Like, stop yelling. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna stop yelling. You assaulted my boyfriend here. And so I keep freaking cussing him out in front of the entire school bus. And okay, and I'm gonna let you know. I sit in the back, and so I'm screaming into the phone. I am pissed. Like, it's so hilarious how pissed I was. And so I'm just like, why the hell would you do this? Like, okay, I thought we could be friends. I thought we could be friends, but no, you had to go and do some stupid shit like this. You know what? Don't text me, don't talk to me ever again, you jerk. And so I hang up. I hang the fudge up like that. Like, the call, it lasted for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes of me yelling at this jerk. Let me tell you again, we're, chill now. We're chill. Like, eh. We're with each other. You know. And so, you know, I, I, I'm pissed. I can't. Like, at the moment, I couldn't stand this guy. I couldn't believe he would stoop so low to be all freaking, you know, attack my new boyfriend up here. And I'm like, okay, I didn't, I know, I know, I understand, but what the hell? Like, you don't do that. Like, oh my god. I flipped out. I flipped out. Like, I went home and I hit stuff. I'm like, what the hell does this guy think he is? And so, yeah. And then my friends were just like, calm down, calm down. You want us to beat him up? And I'm like, please? But, he's older than us, and he's a boy. But I mean, there wasn't many of us until, I actually talked to people. And so they're all just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I got this giant group of girls with me. But, I'm like, nah, we don't need to beat this guy up. I would, but, I won't stoop to his level. I won't stoop to his level. And so, at the dance, it was a glow in the dark dance, lights were off, the glow not strobe lights, but like the lights, like the colored lights and all of that. There's music going on, people are dancing. And me, I'm a terrible dancer, and I was wearing heels. So boy, you can't judge me. And so like I had this glow in the dark headband, and then like freaking these kids were cutting open freaking glow in the dark, you know, bands or whatever, glow in the dark sticks, and they like fling it in everywhere, and I'm just like, dude, you're gonna get it all over me. And I wore, this pretty white dress with a black ribbon. It was strapless, it got that little tie in the back of the neck. And my hair was down, you know, you know, I was, and I'm like, I was wearing flats. I mean, not flats, I was wearing my high tops. Like, the ones that go up to about your knee. I was wearing those. And I'm like, I mean, it's a dance, so why not wear something nice? And so Sean went to his house to go change. And I was nervous because I was at the dance for a while, and I'm like, did he not show up? Did they get stood up? And I was freaking nervous. So like my brain was like, oh god, something bad happened. And so my 8th grade friends, Evelyn and her boyfriend are chilling. And then you got your date's friends there. And I'm like, oh my god, they're here. Freaking Michael. And then I've got my friend Claire and Bella and Lana and Ayla and Carly, and yeah, a bunch of my friends were there. They were attacking me. They freaking gave me so many freaking food, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this, guys. Like, they gave me a handful of Takis, and I'm like, I'm wearing a white dress. How do you expect me to do this? And so, um, yeah. I couldn't dance. I'm a bad dancer. I stood in like place. I would move around a little bit. But I'm a bad dancer. Like, if I was wearing my freaking Converse, bitch, I could bust a move. But I was wearing fucking heels. And I'm just like, fuck. I can't do anything. Like, I feel like I'm being like, I sound like a bitch. I feel like I sound like a bitch. Okay. So, he asked me out at the dance. And I'm just like, yeah. And I was blushing. Good thing it was dark. Good thing it was freaking dark. And so, like, he would grab my hands. And then he, like, stared into my eyes. And I was blushing so much. And so, like, the song came on. It was Earned It by The Weekend, and he's like, he sang part of it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, so cute! I couldn't help it. Like, I didn't say that out loud though, but I mean, I felt it, and I'm like, he's so cute and sweet, and oh my gosh. And so, yeah. and and so he, we exchanged. I mean, I put my phone number in his phone. He didn't give me his phone number. I wasn't so, sly to ask him. I was scared. And so, he texted me. So it was like, he texted me after the dance, And so, I was at churches. I was at churches after the dance. Because, I didn't eat anything there. And so, he texted me. He's like, hey. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, I had a great time. And I'm like, so did I. And so, we talked a little bit. He's like, I love you. And I'm like, and then I stop. And I'm like, did he just say I love you? And like, I didn't think he would say it this early. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I say? What do I say? Do I say I love you back? Or what? I was freaking out. And so, and so, I say I love you too. And I'm just like, oh my god. I was all happy on the inside, Yeah. So, I'm like, oh my gosh. And so, we started texting, first we didn't text that much, but then we got to, like, text a lot. Yeah. And so, yeah, our first date was to laser tag, and I thought that was really cool, because, and so, I thought that was cool because, he hadn't been to laser tag before, and so, I'm just over here, like, I've been here a couple of times, what do we do here? Thank you for subbing. And so, I'm over here. And so, our second date was to the pool, I think. I don't really remember our third one. I think it was to a concert. Yeah, I think it was to a concert. And so, our fourth date was to the park. And, all of that good jazzy stuff. I don't know what to say. I mean, so yeah. all of the filming I do today. I will make another video later on today, and I hope you all guys like my story time, and I hope to be able to do more. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching and listening to how I met my love.